Everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm Ahmed Lamayar. On this video I'm going to show you how to use open authorization and your API. So the first thing first, what the requirement for this one, we need to have the open authorization connection. Just click on a search button and look for the make sure you log in. Look for the OAuth. When you just say add and add it to your application, it would come right here. And second, object store, you just click the module and pick it up from your the object store component from right here, where it goes. Just pick, drag and drop right here. Once it drag and drop, it would choose right here anyways. And come back to your favorite, then create whatever create application, add whatever endpoint connector you like, the listener. I picked the HTTP and pick the logger. So first thing, what is auth? I'm gonna teach you. There's a different way. There's open authorization 1, 2 different version, but I will go with the 2. It's a basic, and the first one is kind of complicated, but the first one is most used, and the second one we will go most used. And so what is it? I give you right here is which is used to authorize access resource on behalf of user application. What does that mean? For example, let's say you want to sign to a Facebook. You have a Facebook, and if you want to sign to a Facebook, they would ask you username, password, those information to sign to a Facebook. So, or they give you another option. You could sign through what do you call to third party. Let's say instead of doing that, you could sign with a Google account, or Google ID or email ID, something like that. You can do that. So basically what you do, instead you do directly add your username and password, all that information. You could let the third party do that for you. So when you pick third party do that for you, they will sign the token. They will sign token and client ID and a client secret to sign to the service you want to get it. So basically that's that you are allowing third party to sign to your application or any service that you want to use. So that's why it says which is used to authorize access to resource on behalf of user application. So we have a different type of grant. Is a tolerate for different scenario depending on a level of security. So we have first one is authorization code grant. So this is a case most common use on a web application where the client can securely store the client secret. And the second is implicit. That's the basic one. Is a typically used on a single page application on a public client where the client secret cannot be stored securely. And the fourth one is a client credential. We will create this one. It is suitable for server-to-server communication. Server-to-server communication where the client, not the user, need to access the resource. And the fifth one is not that, but still is a server-to-server communication where client refresh, is a refresh token. So let me make it bigger. As a refresh token grant is used to obtain new access token once the existing token has expired. You could read about grant type and those type, but I would work mostly with a client credential. What do you call this one? Client credential. And let me drag and drop, click on that. We have a create client, delete client, revoke client, and validate client. I'm gonna drag and drop the create one. This is so when you drag and drop, they give you the create client. Basically what does that? You put your credential, they call the token, they give you a token. So they save your credential like user and password. By that way, each time they give you a credential. So just you click that one. Few things we need to cover. This area we needed. This area that especially, let me clean up. This area we need to fill up. This is a required one. I would show you, but that's for the scope. We will ignore it. This authorization is a client authorization. There's a redirection URL. We will put something just like a mock one right now. And description, if you want client name and client secret, this is important one. We will do it, and we will add this data through the through browser. So what I need to that one, that's why I drag and drop the some object store. Let's use the object store for the persistent. We're gonna create few object store, one for the token, one for the secure username and password. You could fill out those one, leave it alone, it's not necessary, but we will fill it out the client store. Just click, there's the object store, we click, and this object store, you name it anything you like. Say you could name it let's say what name we should give it to him. And what is a client store? Let's name it client store. Yeah, client for client. Okay, object store for the client. That's you leave that. It is up to you. Want to fill it out? Is a time to leave. You could pick it up by the minute. You know, like those information, it's up to you. You want to fill it out, an expiration unit, an interval, how long it had to be, and those stuff. Otherwise, this is enough. Just fill it out and leave another one. Is that the expiration interval is up to you. Above the company, how long you wanna keep it. Once you create the client, and one more thing, if you click, check right here, you see object store where we store the persistent. As I said it, the data would be stored on a memory, so make sure persistent would be my thing. And another thing, see there's a client authorization. We don't want to fill it out client authorization. We want to fill out with a client credential. Just put the client credential right here. And you could leave the one as default, but we're gonna put some information, the token. You could say get token. So calling this one, once you call that one, they call this store, and we're gonna create the object store for that as well, and say get token for to get token. You could name it anything, and still those information is up to you how you want to fill it out. That's basically all. And let me recheck those information on the second. And client credential, scope we leave them alone, default scope, and line we gave them path. Remember this path is a path. I say get token, and generate, that would be token time to leave. I leave that much on a second. It's up to you how much you want to pick it up. Authorization, and that's it for that one. Almost we are done, but few another information we need to fill it out. This information, how you want to pass it. So basically, you see the header, we will pass those information: client ID, client secret, client name, anything. We're gonna add that one as a header. So this way, you click on this box and say attribute dot headers dot client ID, because we're gonna copy that one. Click on that, This one we will do confidential. Type is a confidential and secret. Click and make that one secret, like the way it's wrote right here, secret. And the third one is client name. Just put the client name. See, what happened to the first one? Client ID, client secret, client name, and description is up to you. Principal, leave it blank, it is up to you. You could add it. Otherwise, if you want to write anything, make sure you write it in an array. Those and a redirection, let's say if you want to, let's say I want to write it right here. So that's why I put array. I say Google. Otherwise, you give you exception display google.com something, or your facebook.com, anything. Authorization type, again whatever you put it right here. Client credential, you put it over there. What happened? And we go back, open it. And client credential, you just put it again. This is would be array, I believe so. Client credential is array, but make sure it's on double quote. And scope, I leave it alone. Fill if is present. So make sure you see this is a confidential, and 3 data we added from there, and that's it. Once it call, it will call that. They will store the ID. If you want to call the token, first you need to put your password. They will save it. Then after, first you call, let's also configure the HTTP one. Let's give them 444 is okay. I gave them 4444, and base URL I not put it. Let's, for some reason it gave me the exception, but that's okay. Everything is okay. We'll restart it. Why is that? But click, and the base URL is a create token. When I say create token, I could call them a save, not create token. I could call them a save my user and password, so that way next time they give me a token. But I will say the create token anyways. So once I call right here, then next time I'm gonna call that one. They're gonna save my credential over there. Next time I'm gonna get my get token from this URL. And let's, one more thing I wanna do, and open Authorization. Just click. Let's create another one configuration file. This time we call them validate. This one I'm talking about, because we're gonna validate our token. So for that one we need one more configuration file. Let's say configuration file, I'm gonna say validate something token, and again it drag and drop, and this time I'm gonna take this time they're gonna validate my token to check if it's the right one or not. So let's put one another logger, and right here we didn't do anything. So we're gonna give them bear token, then we split it. You see they gave them a space. It says split it. Anything that come as a bear right now, let's say right here, let me say validate token. See, this is the authorization we passed. We gave him the bear token, then there's a space, then that is my token. So basically what is that? This is gonna split by space, and they take the token and check. Other stuff we leave them alone, and this is automatically because we already configured it. It came right here. Make sure it came right here. That's all. And all you do that save, because the connector is automatically authorized because connected, because we already were there for that. What is the issue? And this is a and this one they need path. What I will say, validate my token. So that would be my URL. Calling this one and passing my URL, they're gonna check if my URL is valid or not. And the reason I show you right here, I already configured that one on a different scenario. You could use it. It's just like I fake it out, because the application that we're creating, I already created open authorization for that. So same thing right here I done. What I did, I already created, ignore about this one, this is extra, this is something that will, for right here, the same step I done it. Google, client credential, all the information. Then I connect, I just like, first time I get my token, I use it on my New York Queens library, because if you're following my video, each one come as a sequence. So how I use it, I just like figured out. Probably this, you see right now I'm using on a health check. So what a health check does, they check to validate my request. If it's validated, I will go through, otherwise it will not let you go to use the service. So basically, so first let me run that. If you want to run two applications at the same time, either you click it and go, I want to run it as a debug. You could say as a run regular, but let's run it as a debug. Let's run it as debug. You will see it, and pick which one you want to run at the same time. I want to run this two at the same time. So I already ran. Let's run and save our token. So what I did, go to like creating token. If you remember, we are the client ID, client secret, client name right here. I just add like anything. I could pick any number. I pick my name and 1 to 9, then pick my last name again, and my last name, and pick any name right here. When I send it, basically it came. What happened, it saved the user and that password there. You see, they like this. No, forget about it. This is they saved my user and password for now. This just ignore it, and they save my user and password basically. So next time, if I want to get my token right now, they already have it. So on a frame, I need to add my same password, my same ID, and my client client type is a grand initial. When I send it, they give me a token. So right now I'm getting my token is a bearer type. With this token, I could each time go and let me validate it first. Right here I could type bear and space, add your token and run it. So BEC is a validate. They're gonna check with you and they're giving you, because we didn't add them a scope. Scope is a grant type, and the expiration they providing you. So we could use that one in our application. If you check the application that I have, say health check. Let's say I'm not sending first. And the authorization, let's say I'm gonna let me add the authorization first, space, and send it with this one. Everything runs smoothly. But let's say I don't send it, because this one check if I'm allowed to not. So right now they're not giving me so now we're giving me exception. What happened is a timeout and is a fail. Let's resend it for some reason. Okay, because I have a, let's complete it, and is unauthorized. I'm not authorized because I'm not passing token, and yeah, wallet token is failed. We don't have it. It gave me the exception at that time it happened. So let me, because I have it that one, we could read it right here. Unauthorized, I'm not authorized person. The description is HTTP GET. We send the token to that to unauthorized. You give me this code, but we add the wrong code to it. We will fix it. Unauthorization is to client tab is like that. So let's say we add our token, the correct one. Now everything is fine. Let's say we add the wrong token to it, and again same scenario would be applied. It will not allow me. Let's complete it quick. The time have now come. And if we check our application again, and they're telling me the HTTP resource is failed to authorize, we not have authorization to do so, like that kind of job. Again, unexpected error, unauthorized, I'm not authorized to get that. So basically what I'm trying to say right now, we validate our now is running fine. If I do anything that is not authorized, I would not get it. 3T, the service I'm getting, I would not get it. So that was the like third party doing for me. My user and password is safe. You could inject that idea to your application on any way you want it, but this was the use case. I use it on my application. So on the next video I'm gonna show you how to add a SSL, so you could do the SSL with it. And next video would be based on SSL, and the third video I will